Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, like it or not, hopefully like it, but definitely possibility for not, it's showtime! Hi. Blossom, the Seed of Life. New game. I don't wish to wish list it, or watch devlogs, or join the Discord. Thank you. Let's play a new game. Difficulty Survival Explorer Hardcore. Default experience with standard power usage and resource rates, offering a balanced survival challenge. A forgiving mode with 50% less power, water, and fuel consumption. Again, I'm just trying to get the hang of these games, and so playing even a slightly harder version, I just want to take my time, understand the mechanics, the gameplay, the user interface, as low pressure an environment as I can get. So we're going hardcore. No, just kidding. We're going explorer. We're a robot, but in a robot with actual intelligence, not artificial. I made that up. Hey, work. Good evening. Populating resource deposits. System power's at 10. Recharge my battery. Okay, do I do that here? That's storage, okay. Crafting station. Battery. I'm charging. Oh, I'm all charged up. All alone. System failure. Install a mining module and upgrade my backpack. Install a mining module. Presumably, no power connection. Do we have anything in storage? No, it doesn't. Where did that thing just suddenly appear from over our head? Oh, I guess it was there. I just couldn't see it previously. Insert encryption key. Charging. Okay, we got the charging taken care of. Circuits. Connect these cables. Oh, okay. Okay. So, that's the crafting station. Over here is the power. Press E to connect. And E to connect. Got it. Install a mining module. Why don't we try to use mining module? New entry discovered. Mining is now available in the control panel. Upgrade my backpack. Medium backpack. I need iron ore. Okay. Escape pod door also requires power. Does it need multiple connections? Perhaps it does. Oh, we're supposed to chain this in some weird fashion? Connect. I got power going all over the place. I can open the door. I've gotten out of the hab thing. Okay, so that is 2. I need 1 more iron ore. I got this. I can do this. Ah, there it is too. Got it. Got it. No, I don't want to make the... I need to make the backpack first. Electronics. Oh, there we are. Okay. Medium backpack. New entry discovered. Crafting's now available in the control panel. Recipe. Sprint module discovered. Sprint module. Large backpack. Craft an encryption key. All right. We come back over to here, and the encryption key will require regolith and copper ore. This is iron. Iron. That looks like copper. We'll grab a little more iron. Sooner or later, we're likely to need it. I do wish that it automatically picked up the stuff that you mined, but hey, one cannot have everything, although I'm not quite sure why. That looks like that's going to be copper. System power is getting low. Autosave complete. Do I have to disconnect and then reconnect for myself? Is that the way it works? Seems like that's the way it works. I am not nuts about that. That's not a mechanic I particularly like. When things are connected, they should stay connected until I manually disconnect them. Encryption key, we still need regolith and we need more power. Connect. Oh, that's right, I connected it over here before, and that apparently worked. As it comes in here and then out there to go to the crafting. We need regolith. That's iron. Iron. Oh, a regolith chunk. Oh, replace iron. Oh, God. That's some pretty brutal inventory space. Or I guess you can't even call it inventory space because it's on my back. That's really not a good mechanic. That's really... Guys, this is a PC game. Use a PC interface. I'm so sick of fighting with non-PC interfaces in games. We should be able to craft it. I mean, that is a terrible interface for a PC game. Come on. Insert the encryption key into the control panel. And it dropped something outside. Deploy the printer. Deploy unit. Oh. Evidently, we can place them in a large area around us, so how about there? Composite metal. New entry discovered blueprint discs, now available in the control panel. Upgrade your backpack again. All right, what do we need for that? 1 sulfur and 1 silica. Well, sulfur should look yellow, and silica should look different? Regolith, copper. I think that's just more copper. It is. That looks like a storage container of some sort. This is going to be just iron. Blueprint vault. Collect the blueprint disc. And that takes up a storage slot too. That, to be so severely limited on storage, I'm not fond of. All right, there's one silica. We'll grab a second one. I don't think we need to, but... And our power's low again. I hope that's my hab there. Don't remember it looking that tall. I don't think it's my hab. Is there a map? We'll find out in a sec. Is that my hab? It actually is, okay. I didn't realize it was that tall. There we go, we're up again. And now we have to reconnect it again. That, as best I can determine, that's just really a not fun or interesting system. What did we drop there? Oh, one of the pieces of silicon. We have silicon, we have a blueprint. Not a flashlight. That's a flashlight, not a fleshlight, okay? The next thing we need sulfur. So now we have to find sulfur. That looks like that might be it over there. If there's an easy, obvious way down, I'm not seeing it. I mean, that certainly is yellow, so that's consistent with being sulfur. Okay, we can jump and it is lowish gravity. I'm going to assume this is sulfur. It is a sulfur node, requires a small size mining laser. Didn't say anything about that. Is that true for this too? No, okay, I can get this. All right, that's good. All right, sulfur. So far, I like the way it looks. It plays reasonably well. I'm not a fan of the inventory system, or the general UI, or the need to unplug and replug things. Seems clumsy. I mean, theoretically, I should have run a cable from there to there, and then there to there. But it crossing in the middle makes no never mind. And I did it again. That is just really not great. For a game called Blossom, the Seed of Life, really does look barren. Dead shithole. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be. We are going to bring the Seed of Life up. Large backpack with 50 power units, 8 item slots, and 6 upgrade modules. I have a super big backpack. Construction module, overlay module discovered. Install Info module V2 is optional. We found one of the 5 vaults. Okay, so the blueprints go into the 3D printer. Press E to use, not enough power. I'm going to assume we come over here. I don't think we're getting much quality-wise from the connecting of things. I don't think it has to be a large physical wire getting moved about. All right, install info module V2. Composite metal recipe, copper wire, megalith oxide rod. Info module V1 presumably would have to be there first. So we need a couple of chunks of regolith. That's not regolith, evidently. That is, okay. Chunks of regolith just laying scattered around everywhere. I mean, come on. Install info module V2. Well, we've got info module V1 now. We've now discovered info module V2. 2 iron ore. Well, we've got that just sitting over here. Give me more info. All right, we need to find 4 more blueprint discs and 4 more missing vaults. Well, what else do we have in here that we might like to have? Got the info module. We could use the light module. That would be fine. Let's go ahead and add that. R to toggle it. I have a flashlight now. What else might we like? Overlay module. I have no idea what that does. Enables power overlay. Okay. Sprint module adds ability to increase running speed. That would be good. Let's grab 4 iron ore. Actually, what it feels a little bit like, and this is going to sound worse than I intend, is a little bit like Baby's first survival game. You can only carry a few things at once. You've got to manually connect the power. Shift to toggle boost mode. Presumably that'll use a boatload more energy. Well, before we go out looking, this is just really annoying. To connect to L, there we go. Press Q to disconnect me. All right. So 92 meters in that direction is a thing. I'm guessing it's one of the storage vaults we're looking for. Running doesn't seem like it uses... Oh, okay, it did. Oh. That is indeed a blueprint vault. And another vault. At least we got a HUD for it. Got 2 to go. We're almost there. We're nearly there. Sort of almost nearly there. That is 4. Last one is 160 meters in this direction. And the crowd goes wild. All right, we've got all of the vaults. We will deposit the blueprints and we'll see what we have. I see a satellite dish in the distance. Ooh, perhaps we can get cable. Oops. These go in here. Fuel generator, storage. 4 item storage as far as I can tell. About all I can say is, are you fucking kidding me? There we go. Install a blueprint. Battery T1. Power cell. Power extender. Blueprint drill. Pressure core. And glass. We needed a recipe for glass. Melt sand. Build a battery. Battery is going to require a power cell. Can we craft that inside the power cell? Why we need 2 things for crafting, I do not know. Not nuts about it, though. Power cell. We need copper and sulfur. Well, before we get that, though, sadly, we need to disconnect and then connect ourselves and then disconnect and then connect. I don't know if this is necessary, but it certainly seems to be necessary every single time. All right, it was sulfur and a thing. Sulfur and copper. Well, we know where the sulfur is. I think that's copper. There's something else out in the distance, some kind of building. Yeah, tower of some sort. I like that we're not, you know, completely stuck here all on our lonesome. All right, mining chews through a lot of power, it looks like. Again, Q. E. Q. E. E. E! Power cell. Can hold some amount of power. Alright, we have a power cell. Did we pick it up? It looks like we did. It's nighttime. When you wish upon a star. Nothing happens. Not enough power. Why do I not have enough power? Is it not hooked up to the power? Battery is charged. We'll temporarily disconnect that. Do we have enough power now? No. Why do we not have enough power? Is it because it's nighttime? Are we solar powered? That's the water socket. What are you going to do about it? Okay. I can't build a battery. It says power is running out. I can't build a battery without the power. So that's kind of an issue. Okay, that power is now back on. Does this thing have to be plugged into power somewhere? There's no, well, it does plug in over here, but I don't see a power connection here anywhere. And it's got a little green light on it, which implies that it has power, and that has green lights, which imply that it has power. It says not enough power, and yet it's lit up. Why is it lit up? I do not know. It's showing no power coming into the socket, despite the fact that it's plugged in. Okay. If we disconnect this, we come all the way over here, and we disconnect that. Okay, the door is still opening. So if we then connect to that, can we run a line out to here? Doesn't look like it, does it? I mean, that's an awful lot of hoops to have to hop through. Build a battery. I don't consider that to be obvious. I mean, is there a routing thing you can do inside? Maybe, I haven't found it. Battery T1. Inventory Tetris mechanic too. Oh, that would be ideal for sure. Okay, we need, this has to be a battery. It looks like it has to be connected to it. So we now have we disconnect that. Can we move this? Connect. I should have put it on the other side. I did not. So it says not enough power. So the battery does not have enough power. Ship's battery 550. Generate power. How, oh how am I to do that? Oh, by the way, we're low on power ourselves. Battery has a second connection, it looks like. Oh, now I'm connected to that, which I don't think I wanted to be, but that's fine. How about that? Is that going to do anything? I have no idea. Not enough power. Why? I do not know. Generate power. How am I supposed to generate power? See, that has no power connection. Now that has power. Does this have power? My guess is no. Does not. Why? We have no idea. Ship's battery power. It says generate power. How am I supposed to generate power? Is there something for a power generator, perhaps? Materials, electronics, pressure core, regolith oxide rod. Not yet. This does not have to be this complicated. Or actually, I take it back. Evidently, this has to be that complicated. I will connect. Run this all the way back inside. This is really an infuriating piece of design work. A deeply infuriating piece of design. Can I connect it to the outside? It's not showing any power on that. Not showing any power on that. Now it's showing a little bit of power. It still doesn't have enough power. Do I have any idea what I'm doing here? No, not really. Have I managed to loop the power yet? No. So, that's at full power. That's at full power. I can use this again. Oh my God, this is just really not good. Fuel generator. Generate power. How am I supposed to do that? Generate power using solid regolith fuel rods. I'm going to need one composite and one copper wire. One composite and one copper wire. One composite and one copper wire. Copper wire. I need one more copper ore. Of course I do. Copper wire. That finished, right? Do I have the copper wire? I have copper wires. An entire spool of it. Did I deposit? I deposited the copper wire, which is not what I wanted to deposit. All right, and we have a copper wire. We need one composite metal. Composite metal, iron, and regolith. Regolith. Looking for regolith. Oh, that was it. There we go. Composite metal. Generator. Plus 1 power generation, and it has 2 fuel slots. Okay, how about there? Fuel generator is now available in the control panel. Blueprint discs, boost, okay. Fuel generator. Generator burns fuel and turns it into power, but only wakes when something needs it, like batteries or me. Resource, copper, iron, regolith, silicon, sulfur, okay. And over here, crafting, light, mining. Figured out something. If I connect these cables to matching sockets, the machines start sharing power. They talk to each other in ways, I suppose, even circuits have company. Yeah, that's not very helpful. That's not a great mechanic. In fact, quite the reverse. Generate power. What do I have to do to actually generate power from the generator? Presumably, it needs something. I'm not on the generator. This is the generator. No power. It needs a power connection. It's a generator, for God's sake. Seriously? Are you for fucking real? Will this work? No fuel. What does it need for fuel? That's a battery. Wow. I mean, there's some good stuff here, but so far, they're turning everything into an exercise in pain. Not fun. Generator burns fuel. What does it burn? Do we see anything that it's actually burning? Was there something I missed that we make? Glass. We made a power cell? Another power cell? I don't know. Pressure core. Serves as fuel for power generators. I need regolith chunks. It shouldn't be this difficult to figure out the game systems. It's not an excessively complicated game yet. Like a lot of the survival crafting ones are pretty complicated right at the start as you're desperately trying to figure stuff out. This one's not especially complicated. It's just quite obscured. And quite unnecessarily so. Why would I think that regolith, which is basically just rock, would be what they were looking for? But sure. Okay, we've got fuel. All right, deploy a drill. Got your drill right here. Mind you, no idea which one makes the drill stuff. I'm guessing probably the other one. Pressure core, construction module? Maybe. Mining module, V2. We'll need copper ore and silica ore. Deploy a drill. Fuel generator, drill. We need a pressure core and a composite metal. I have a sneeze. Okay. Pressure core and composite metal. We need iron and regolith, silica and sulfur. We've got sulfur and silica. We have sulfur and silica. Oh my God. Alright, well, we can make one of them, I'm pretty sure, right? We can make the pressure core. I read sandstorms that will randomly affect your power connections. Thanks, Vorp. You really know how to cheer a guy up. Alright, that's the pressure core. The other thing we needed was composite metal, which means we need one more chunk of regolith. Just regular regolith. Doesn't have to be the super special regolith. Regular regolith will do. Oh, I'm at a very low power. I'm at 3% power. I'm at 1% power. Don't even consider doing it. Oh, come on! Wow. Genuinely wow. I have no idea if everything's still wired together. This thing doesn't look like it's working anymore. It's cooling down because, again, the power is out because I had to plug myself in. Because, oh my God, this is just some of the worst, needless, busy work I have ever seen in a game in my entire freaking life. It was a fine faith plant, I will grant you that. I believe I'm looking for regolith. Are you working yet? Batteries are full. Okay. Are you working? Yeah. Okay. We're making the drill. We need the composite metal for which we need the regolith. The amount of nonsense involved here. It's needless. That's what's driving me crazy is there's no reason for this. You hook up your power and the power just stays hooked up. You don't need to have cables running all over the place because it adds nothing to the game other than frustration. The overall ideas and everything behind the game are fine, but these implementations are just absolutely murdering me. Drill. Drills into the ground and releases small amounts of carbon dioxide to increase the atmospheric pressure. Increasing the pressure will clear the fog from the planet. Yeah, that better be a big-ass goddamn drill. Well, we'll drop it way over there. And undoubtedly have to run a cable to it. Terraform is now available from the control panel. No power connection. I get that they want the power connections to be a significant mechanic in the game. It would be cool if they were not in such a tedious fashion implemented. Where am I supposed to plug it in? There it is. All the way around, of course. Oh, we're drilling. Oh my God. Is my butt always that big? Thank you. Deploy a second drill, disperse the fog and dust storms 1%. That's optional. Terraform. This planet, it's silent, empty, and needs to be terraformed. And I'm the only one left to try. Only then, maybe, life will return. Deploy a Terraform Analyzer. Acquire a blueprint from the Terraform Analyzer. All right, well, let's see what we need for the Terraform Analyzer. Glass. Glass. Silica and regolith. All right, silica over there. Was that regolith? No, that's iron ore. Nope. Looking for regolith, and there's the silicon. We'll settle for one. It just feels like they have designed too much around the things they want to be difficult, not instead of the things that they want to be easy. Oh, regolith. Oh, there's my head. That's the old me. This is the new me. Glass. Terraform Analyzer. Develop new technologies and produce blueprint disks. Well, we'll just we'll keep this one close, I guess. And we need to plug it into something. Hey, Lone Star Wolf. I don't know if someone's actually doing anything. Of course not. And that's the thing that just drives me freaking crazy. I'm trying to connect. All right, that's working now. That's still working. This is not working. It just... It's fine. Really, it's fine. It's just fine. I'll drop off that. All right, that's dispersing the fog and dust storms. Thing is, I don't know any way to get additional output energy plugs, because it doesn't look like most of these have got. Well, maybe. That's a plus minus, a plus. I have no idea what it means. That's the fuel generator. It's cooling down. So is that going into the battery and then in here? Because it looks like it's plugged into the back of this thing, which is just storage. And the battery says it's overcharged at 463, but partially empty, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. That thing is continuing to disperse the fog and dust storms, which is good. But I'm uncertain as to how I could conceivably have any more objects. Terraform pressure stage 1. Dun 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 dun. All right, we've got new blueprint schematics. 2 new blueprints. We got wagon. I wonder if we can paint our wagon. That's a really old guy reference. And a storage module. Oh, that's nice. It just flings them out. Where were you brought up? In a barn? Battery module, mining laser module, storage 2. Ooh, that looks like 6 objects. Whee! Fuel generator 2, drill 2, scanner module. Rover, wagon, refinery, storage 3. Temperature station launch, solar, not available in demo. How far out does it go? A ways. Deploy unit, no power left. So there's nothing in there. Why can't I just get rid of it? I would like to remove it if I could, but evidently there's nothing I can do to remove it, I don't think. Let's see if I'm missing any settings in the controls. Jump, flashlight, action, cancel, power overlay, planet overlay. 1, 2, and 3 we'll look at. Okay, those do nothing. What else do we have over here? Boost, yeah, that's for running. Got it. Blueprint discs, right? Boost, charging. I can draw power from other machines to give a little of their strength. I carry it with me like borrowed hope. Wow. Circuits, you think I figured out. You connect them up. So is there a second connection on the outside I can make? That would help. Maybe. No, I've already used that. That's going over all the way over there. Previously it was going here. So once again, I think that we simply don't have enough connections to run everything at once, which seems counterintuitive and even dumb to me. I don't see the actual fun or interesting gameplay in routing the power like this more than once. Maybe that's just a me thing. All right, we're looking at circuits. Yes. The compass is at the top. Crafting can craft new things, learns as I do. Light, yeah, we got that. Mining. And terraforming. That's everything we've learned so far. The fuel generator burns fuel and turns it into power. It's entirely reasonable that you have terraforming technology, but only point-to-point extension cords. Yeah, I know. And there are no power strips in the future. I mean, so inside we have power to the door. And from the door to the crafting station. On the outside, we have 2 connections from the door. This, as far as I know, is the only place where you can have multiple connections. You can have power in and a total of 3 power outs. We have 1 to the crafting, 1 to the drill, and 1 currently to this dongle. We have 1 other external power plug that we have to the battery, and then going over to this, to the fuel generator. Now, I am curious, as the fuel generator, is the battery routing power in or out? It's got 512 power thingies, so it is increasing the power. Is that increasing the power that we have in our thingy over here, whose name I do not recall? That's Blossom Unit 4589. That was me. Now I'm Blossom Unit, I assume, 4590. Build a Dyson sphere around the sun. That might give you 1 socket, but then you need a really long extension cord. You're trying to help, I understand. And you are being as helpful as you have ever been to me. That's a blueprint disc? I don't remember putting a blueprint disc there. Oh, there's a blueprint disc that I haven't used. Don't want to collect it. Don't want to store that. Blueprint discs, where did those go? Those went into the printer. But I can't use the printer right now because its power is running elsewhere. So it's just so frustrating. All of these things have like a power input, and that's it. How about if we disconnect? Connect, and then connect. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. So the battery apparently can remember. Where were we? So we could at least see here. Wait, no, the blueprints get put into the control panel, right? No. Who gets the blueprints again? Thought it was the printer. I'm carrying 2 blueprints. Blueprint disk socket. There we are. That's another thing. You have to line up correctly and tab to select. I'm going to be complaining about the user interface again. You keep hearing blueprints and you trigger my anxiety every time. Ha ha! Victory is mine, sort of. Storage module. T1. Stores items and keeps your resources organized for easy access whenever you need them. Can only be attached to a wagon. Copper wire is all we need to make a vehicle. And power. 50 out of 15. So it's going to take 50 out of the 15 we have? No. We have 50, and it's going to take 15 of it. Nope, nobody here by that name. What is... Ah, that's the dead meat. Oh, we've got new blueprint schematics. Only drive as far as the extension cord allows. Thank you. You're cheering me up immensely. I can't tell you. Really, I can't. 3 new blueprints. just dumps them on the ground. And I have to run over here and manually plug them in. Mining laser module T1. So we have storage, base storage. That'll hold 6 items. And it takes power for a reason that is not clear to me at all. There's a skill tree. You invent power strips. That would be nice. Battery module, mining laser, storage module for the wagon and the wagon. The drill and terraform analyzer. Battery power extender. We got it. We just unlocked it. Freaking finally. Composite metal. I'm going to want 2 of those. We'll finally be able to have everything powered up. And the composite metal is... So we need 2 iron and 2 regolith. Two iron. Copper. Oh, that's regolith. A little, what looks like little copper chunks is the regolith. There's a second one. That one will need 3 inputs so you can get 2 outputs. You're not helping. You're not helping. See, this has just the one, and it doesn't even show up that I ran the cable to it. Composite metal, 2. These have to be connected to that thing? Seriously? No, they just have to be built. Okay, that's fine there. And there. Oshikal, they want to speak to you about your wiring? Yeah. Just wait till they see that there are no freaking guardrails around the crater I'm next to. There's no way they're going to be happy about that. Let's see. So, we connect. You drilling again? They're drilling. All right. Yeah, there was much rejoicing. You still rotating? I'm not sure. Batteries are full, so it's not currently rotating. And we still have about 2/3 of the regolith oxide rod. Oh, I don't want it to go to the water socket, thank you. Everything has power. Hey, look, the fog and dust storms have been dispersed. 69%. Ha ha, 69. That's neat. Sorry. I'm going to AFK for just a second and refill my coffee cup. And now we're 70%, so the moment is gone. I hope you enjoyed it. And here I come, walking down the street. I get the funniest looks from everyone I meet. Going to be interesting when they spawn critters that eat through all the wires. Thing is, it may be that it is a completely no combat crafting game, which I would find to be an awesome development. I would be very pleased if that was the case. Optional to deploy a second drill. Well, we can do that now. We've got the power. What was the drill? I don't remember that. Comp metal and pressure core. Where was it? There. So we're going to need maybe a copper. I don't remember for sure. And a silicon. Oh, we got some piece of equipment over there in the distance. Oh, 4 silica. Very well. I'm low in energy again, and this time we will attempt to avoid having to be remade. Composite metal, we need iron and regolith. And sulfur. Iron, regolith, and sulfur. think I can carry it. Yeah, iron, regolith, and sulfur. Looking for regolith. There's regolith. Sulfur. My biggest complaint so far is definitely the amount of time it took for us to unlock power strips. Pressure core. Composite metal. Drill. A second drill. Drill, baby, drill. How about we give enough space that we can walk between them? All right, 7% more. I'll take it probably 30 seconds or so, something like that. I am totally adorable, I think you'll agree. 97%. Let's drop these bits and pieces off. Oh, that's not actually what I wanted. Is that everything? No, I'm still carrying silicon. Why? There we go. Jeez. Okay, 99%, we're almost there. And 100%, the fog and storms have been dispersed. Terraform Analyzer has detected new blueprint schematics. Oh, goodness. 3 new ones. Blech. Just kind of pukes them out. No. Wrong place, right place. Scanner module T1. Fuel generator T2. Silver wire was discovered. Increase pressure to form ice. Optional, deploy a drill T2 and install an overlay module V2. Terraforming drill T2, silver, and 2 pressure cores. An overlay module V2. Overlay module V1 enables power. I need silica. I have silica. Sadly, your storage can't craft from your storage. Overlay module V1 Press 1 to enable the power overlay. Well, let's see what this looks like. Well, okay, that is helpful. Might have been helpful earlier. Looks like everything's powered. We kind of knew that. Overlay module V2. We need one more sulfur. Enables planet overlay. Sure, I'll go get a sulfur for that. Our power is at 65%. We have to keep an eye on it. We wouldn't want to die suddenly again. The regolith is kind of hard to find, so. And we need like a miner to actually mine into that chunk of sulfur. Our power is low. I will not give Vorp the pleasure of watching me keel over into an empty shell again, when literally I needed a tenth of a second more. Not that I'm complaining or anything. He's complaining. All right, we will hit 2 in a second after we deposit the regolith chunk and the sulfur. And remember to juice ourselves up. All right, planet overlay. Fog clearance, finished. Dust storm dissipation, finished. Planet frosting. You know, I love a delicious whipped cream frosting on my planet, but buttercream frostings, I could really do without. Planetary soil coverage, 0. Planetary algae coverage, 0. Temperature, ice formation in craters. Cryospheric melting for liquid water, oxygen, and weather formation. Those are a ways off. Deploy a drill tier 2. Two pressure cores and silver wire. Well, we can make the pressure cores pretty easily. Silver wire needs silver ore, unsurprisingly. We've got to find silver. Don't suppose we have any information on that. No information on silver. We've got to find silver. How difficult can that be? Let's see, which direction are we headed in? That's northeast. That's all of my stuff. Let's head in that direction towards the great big radar array, radar dish. We can take a look at that, see if we can come upon anything useful, like silver maybe. That rock looks different. Maybe it's just shiny. It's just shiny. grab another piece of regolith. Oh, whoop! I don't think that's silver. It's a damaged side panel. We can get steel from that. Shattered panel. Hold E to mine with a laser module. I do not have the medium-sized mining laser. Yeah, it was just shiny. Why did that bump me off so vigorously? Wow, what the hell is that thing? Bent propeller for steel. We'll go ahead and grab some steel. But we need silver. What is this thing? Data recovery. Hold to recover a memory fragment. There are no voices in the sky anymore. No commands, no corrections, no one watching. My systems report an absence. Something essential is missing. Is this what humans meant when they said they felt sad? Oh, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not. I'm assuming this is more iron. That does look like it might be silver. We'll find out. I'm probably gonna die before I get there. Or actually before I get back. Wow, that's a big ship over there. Is this silver? It is silver. I do not have the mining laser deposit thing, so I cannot do anything with it. Okay, we'll see if we can get back without dying again. That does look like that silver over there a little closer. I will keep that in mind. And we head a little bit to the right. I think we should be fine to get back. Over there. I think that's silver. So, on the other side, basically opposite of the base, from the crater. Yep, 35%. I'm fine. I'll go for a walk in a minute. It'll be good. It'll be fine. Oh, is that another? That is a different crater. That's not my front yard crater. That's like the backyard crater. I've got a lot of stuff there. First things first. I feel so much better. There we are. Needed multiple rings of power strips around the circumference of the planet in different directions so I can move around the entire planet. It's genius. It's just genius. Or possibly, you know, really dumb. Wait, what? Silica and sulfur. I have neither. I do have sulfur. Okay. Well, we need the mining thing. Is that made here or elsewhere? Mining module V2. I need copper and silica. We got 2 copper there. We need, I think, 2 silica. I'm carrying 1 silica, I think. No, that's regolith? No. That's steel. Right, that's steel. Install a solar panel on my noggin? Not an option, sadly. I mean, certainly I have room for one up there. My hair wouldn't get in the way. Because I have none. Yeah, that I think is the silver over there. I'm not sure what the icons in the lower right mean. 1 power icon and 2 planetary icons? No idea. Mining module. We need mining module V2. 2 copper ore. Do we not have 2 copper ore? I have a room for 2 copper. Okay, copper. And copper. There we are. Yes, 1 and 2 keys now do something. The 1 key shows us the power connections. And the 2 key shows us the planetary data. I mean, now the mining. Yay. I need to connect myself. And then connect that back up. Mine. Okay. I believe it was power cores, 2 pressure cores, and 1 silver wire. 2 pressure cores. Oh, you're right. Yep. Thank you. 1 is power. And 2 is the planetary stuff. Thank you. You are entirely correct. And have made the right call as to the obvious thing that I just wasn't seeing. Well done. Well done. The power cores. We need 2, count them 2, power cores. Pressure cores. I need a silica and 2 sulfur. Well, I have the miner now, and I have a silica, so I need 1 more. Why? Why? I just put 1 on. I just connected it. Why no work? That's only going to give me 1 sulfur. I need 2. Is that silver? Oh, new blueprints. That is silver. Did I not just get a mining laser? I certainly thought I made one. Did it not auto-install on my thingy doodle, as we call them? That's a regolith chunk, pressure core. That's 1. Let's see, we can drop the steel. We have a core and a piece of regolith right now. What is that? What is that thing? That's regolith. What is that? Oh, that's the pressure core. So I'm currently carrying regolith and the pressure core. No, it's swapping stuff. Why is it doing that? Because there's only 4 objects there. God, this system is just not good. It's actually, let's go with bad. All right, I have the pressure core and a piece of regolith. And trying to get that, I don't want to store the regolith chunk. There we go. Okay, what do we need? We need 1 silica and 1 sulfur. But did I not also just make myself a miner? A mining module. I did. I made a mining module. So why the hell isn't it working? Mine with a laser module. Oh, the mining module isn't used for mining. The laser module is used for mining. Wow, the friction in this game is not good. I do not have a laser module that I can see anywhere. Unless one popped up over here. 3 new blueprints. Nope. That is the wagon T2. Refinery T1. Rover T1. Mining laser module. That's only can be attached to the wagon. So I need a wagon. Now things get interesting because you need silver wire to make the wagon T2 or the rover. And the T1s, oh, that wagon T1, okay, we need copper. A copper wire, and we can make a wagon. Copper wire. 2 copper. We have, that's regolith, right? Yeah, that's regolith. We need copper. Okay, 2 chunks of copper. We're almost out of power again. Yeah, I know, to 20%, thanks. Exclusive power draw detected. Cable disconnected. Yes. The absolutely unnecessary clumsiness of the power cabling system is just bonkers. I got the copper. Copper wire. Thank you. Make a wagon tier 1. Wagon is now available in the control panel. The wires connect to power. So for instance, I'm going to hit 1, which will show you the power flow. We didn't have these power strips for the first hour tonight. So I was plugging and unplugging things constantly. All right, in the control panel, now we get information on the wagon. Wagons don't need power. If I connect to them, they simply follow, like they trust me to lead without question. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. There's a laser here. Was the laser not here? No, the laser was out here. Well, when you've got a grand total of like 3 slots and 5 things you need to run, yeah, power strips are good. Mining laser module. We need glass and thermogel. What is thermogel, you ask? I have no idea. We haven't made that. Thermogel. 2 sulfur ore. We have 1. We'll grab 1. And we need 1 more sulfur ore. But the only sulfur we have in there we can't mine. But there's another crater back here. Thermogel. I now have thermogel. Mining laser. Okay, we got the thermogel. I need glass. And for glass, we need, I think, 2 of those. Are we short on power? We shouldn't be. Are you not generating power? No fuel. Okay, we need regolith. Haha, I have 2 pieces of regolith. I set those aside because I knew we'd be needing more regolith. This is just the most unfriendly thing in the world. It is the regolith oxide. Okay, we now have regolith oxide. This will give us more power. We are now generating more power. I needed 2 silicon, I think. Oh, we're low on our own power again. We seem to be burning through our own personal power pretty quick these days. That's not doing me any good whatsoever, as it doesn't seem to connect to me and refill my power supply. Why? I have no idea. Disconnect. Connect me. That's not doing anything. Why am I not getting power? That's not great. The battery is low. All right, that juiced me up. Pardon the phrase. Try turning it off and back on again. It doesn't need my help. It turns itself off whenever it chooses to. Of course, it only had one. And I don't have the thing required to cut the other one. Of course I don't. I'll spare you the excitement and let you know this one is not going to make my wish list. It's got some nice features in it. I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick up the second one. Where was it? That would make me madder than mad. There it was. Why you don't automatically pick up the things you mine, I don't know. I'm limited to carrying a grand total of 8 things. The regular storage bin holds 4 things. It is so much needless friction that becomes frustration. Like the cable juggling for power. That's not a fun and interesting mechanic. It's just a frustrating one. They seem to have emphasized the limitations instead of the fun. What was that I needed again? I don't even remember. I know I needed the silicon for something. Let's hook ourselves up and juice ourselves back up. There we go. What were we making again? Mining laser. Oh, glass. We needed glass. Why do you need 2 crafting things? I don't know. Oh, and I need a regolith chunk. Nope, I don't have any of those. Need regolith. That's regolith. Okay. It's going to follow me. We hope. It's supposedly going to follow me. It's not following me. Let's see if it'll follow me. Because we got silver right here. It's not following me. It's supposed to follow me. It's what they said would happen, is that it would follow me. It's certainly not doing that. All right, let's see what it has to say in the control panel about that. Module, let's say, yeah, it maintains strength. Yeah, okay, how about the wagon? These wagons don't need power. If I connect to them, they simply follow me. You'll notice that when I connected, it did not simply follow me. Now it is. Why? Don't know. Couldn't tell you. I believe we needed 2 silver chunks. Come on, follow me. We'll power ourselves back up. Juice me. Disconnected the wrong one. I don't even remember what I needed the silver for anymore. Oh, I believe it was the drill tier 2. Refinery tier 1, drill tier 2. I need a silver wire and a second pressure core. Silver wire. And a second pressure core. I need 1 more sulfur. And for the sulfur, I need this thing. To follow me so I can drill on the big chunk of sulfur. It's not following again, guys. Apparently, only one of the two power connections does it actually follow you. Where did it go? I can't pick it up because the sulfur's in the way of the sulfur. There's most of a good game here. Just they seem to have designed it completely what I would describe as backwards. Starting with the friction, not the fun. I think that's 2 pressure cores now. Yeah, it is. Drill T2. Ooh, it's big. All right. Now, we actually need another power extender, I think. I guess that had to be made over here. Yeah. We need a composite metal. Which is regolith and iron ore. One of each. We've got steel over there. Drop a sulfur there, so we need regolith and iron. Iron, easy enough. And regolith. Regolith. Power. Oh, I didn't need the composite metal first. Right. I have the ingredients. This hopping back and forth between the crafting mechanics is also an unnecessary middle step. It's just an annoyance. Oh. There will do. Sorry, you're going off for a minute. Don't worry, it's not permanent, I promise. You'll be back on really soon now. I told you. I promised. Gee, what did they say about daisy chaining power strips? I don't remember. Can't be very important. Pressure will reach 84% and we'll start forming some ice. Although actually it looks like we already are kind of forming ice. Maybe I didn't think that was white before. I thought that was kind of the orangish color. So it looks like we're getting close to having enough pressure to form ice. Yes, we are. We're at 700 pascals out of 850 pascals required. More power! Unlimited power! Sorry. Not like sorry, but well, you understand. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. We're going to see what happens when we get there, and then I probably will be calling it an evening. There's a lot of good stuff in this game. I'm not going to downplay the good stuff, but the bad stuff to my mind right now, the frustration, the unnecessary frustration, the frustration not adding to the fun. The friction that isn't just friction, but frustration. Had we started with the blueprint for the power extenders, that would have been better. That would have made a lot of the early juggling of power cables and stuff, which was just a frustration. The two separate crafting things is an unnecessary frustration. The simple things like which side I plug into on the wagon matters, and that one side doesn't work and the other side does. I don't get that. We have hit the target. We indeed. Our planet is getting frosted. I hope it's whipped cream. Explore the radio tower, the launch panel. Insert uranium fuel rod and activate station launch panel. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run over in this direction to a couple of those locations, I expect anyway. We've got sort of an antenna thing straight ahead and a little bit left of that. We have what look like solar panels, I'm guessing. Don't know. So there are things in this game that I liked a lot. The animations are fine to good. It plays quite well. The user interface is poor, but I'm getting to the point where even I'm growing tired of complaining about it. We have another memory fragment here. The sky did not respond, but something behind it shifted, slow and vast. I could not see it, only feel its approach. There are no voices. Right, that's the one we already previously gotten. I'm just really sick and tired of having console and controller UIs thrust down my throat when I want to play a PC game. Homes are filled with warmth, voices overlapping, music playing softly, laughter echoing down halls. I recorded it all, never knowing those sounds would one day vanish. Back then it felt permanent. I've got something big over there. I'm heading over there to... I'll grab that, and then we'll head over to the right. There's another thing, and we'll just see. And then there's that. That's quite a ways away. I think we'll just turn around and hit that. This looks like an emergency escape vehicle or something. It is a landing pod. Those who remained gathered in silence, not as nations, but as survivors bound by regret. One voice still believed something could be saved. Hers. Well, this looks like a hab of some sort. So, the frustrations in this game outweigh the good, at least for me, right now. Requires 20 power. It took 20 of my power to get it opened. A blueprint vault. Data recovery terminal. Data recovery terminal. But I'm going to end it here. So this one will not be getting a want list, a wait list for me, a watch list entry. The frustrations are just, they outweigh the good stuff in the game. They really do. They made a lot of decisions seemingly based on, not on fun or ease of play, but rather as obstacles to play. And for a relatively simpler type of survival game, I don't think that's appropriate. I think that's antithetical to the design of a more simple, straightforward, kind of streamlined game experience. It feels like all of those things are contrary to the sort of overall design, where they're trying to, I don't want to say lowball it, but, make a simpler, more straightforward, less complicated, more, I guess, curated game, and all the little annoyances add nothing. A storage container that holds 4 objects is a frustration. And then trying to pick up the objects that were there, where you're kind of moving your camera until it finally offers you the item you want on your shelf of 4 items. I can't even begin to explain how counter that is to a simple design. As opposed to, you click on it and it pops up a window. Even if you're using a controller, it pops up a window and you have a quick scrolling across to pick up the item you want, rather than trying to move and angle your camera so you're just at the right angle so it's the one you want. Why they're choosing, it seems like they're choosing the more difficult, more frustrating mechanic at every turn in the game. And I think that's unfortunate, because there's a lot here I like. But the things I dislike are significantly larger and are an impediment to enjoying the game. But that's going to do it for me this evening. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Maybe with another demo, probably with another demo. Also coming up, we have PoE on Friday, a new league. I'm not positive I'll be playing, but it's a pretty good chance. We have one of the things that I did wait list or watch list or want list. I don't remember which name it was, but it was a similar type of game, a space survival game. It was one that just worked much, much more smoothly and intuitively, and I was having more fun with. So that's out at the 6th. So I think that's on Friday as well. I might be playing that instead. Those are the 2 most likely things. Tomorrow, probably another demo. I have a few demos left that I still want to go through. And that's going to do it for tonight. Again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out for my complaint fest, my whinge fest. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I will be back tomorrow, whether you like it or not. You don't have to watch me, though. Not. In fact, if not, I wouldn't. Why would you inflict me on yourself? With probably another demo. I hope the rest of your Tuesday night, Monday, or Wednesday morning goes great. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.